Hi, I'm Jean. Today on the English Experience, we're going to talk about driving. Now, if you like to travel, then you understand. Sometimes when you use public transportation, if you're in a bus or more specifically in a taxi, in an Uber, maybe there's some idea that you want to express to your driver. Today, we're going to look at some vocabulary and some phrasal verbs that help us to be able to communicate when you are in the car or in a vehicle and someone else is driving. Let's get started. If you are new to my channel and you are not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe, hit that like button. Let's get started. First, let's talk about a couple of problems you might have in the car. What is this? Do you know how we can express this? If your gas is low, like this, almost on E, to express that, we would say, I am running out of gas. Oh no, my tank is on E. I ran out of gas. I'm running out of gas. To run out of gas is just to use up all of the gasoline in your car. Let's take a look at another. What is this? Oh, this is terrible. I don't know if you've ever experienced this before, but it's so frustrating. This we call a flat tire. Sometimes when you're driving, if you're not paying attention, maybe you will roll over a nail or some glass and something punctures your wheel. It punctures your tire, and now, oh my goodness, I have a flat tire. Most cars have a spare tire in the back, and you can take that out and switch them. You can change the flat tire. Okay, so you're in the hotel and you have your whole day planned. Maybe you want to go to the museum and to a nice restaurant. So you get a taxi. Maybe you go online and you get a taxi or an Uber. What do you need? What do you need from them? So we'll look at two important, very important phrasal verbs, and these two are opposites. We use them all the time to talk about driving. The first is pick up. To pick something up. And the idea is to take someone or something with you in your vehicle. That's it. So if maybe you have a child and your child is at school. Well, when it's time to come home, maybe you go and drive to the school and retrieve your child. The phrasal verb we would use is pick up. I have to pick up my kids from school. My husband picks me up from work. So to pick up is just to take someone or something with you in your vehicle. The opposite of that phrasal verb is drop off. Drop off. And it means to take someone to a place and leave them there. So in the morning, you drop your child off at school, and in the evening, you pick them up from school. Again, those phrasal verbs are opposites. So if you are in your hotel, you need the driver, the taxi, the Uber to pick you up at the hotel. Can you pick me up? And can you drop me off at the museum? I want to go to the museum. Can you pick me up here and drop me off at the museum, please? The museum downtown. Let's imagine while you are driving to the museum. You're sitting in the back seat of the car, of the Uber, driving to the museum, and you realize, oh my goodness, I don't have any cash. I need cash to go to the museum. What can you tell your driver? Well, you don't want to tell him to drop you off at the bank because that means he would leave you there, right? So we have a phrasal verb that we use to describe going to a place for a short time while on the way to someplace else. So you leave the hotel, you're going to the museum, but you need to spend a little time in another place. We use this phrasal verb here, stop by. Stop at is also used, and it has the same idea, same meaning. So you can tell your driver, excuse me, can we stop by an ATM? Can we stop by the bank? Can we stop at the bank? Can we stop at the ATM? The idea is the same. You're just going to this place for a short time, and then you will continue to your destination. Maybe as you're driving, you start to feel a little bit sick. Maybe your stomach starts to hurt. Maybe you need to go to the bathroom. What can you say to the driver? Especially if you're on a freeway or a road where there are lots of cars and there are no restaurants nearby, but you feel a little bit sick. What can you say to your driver? This phrasal verb, pull over, is very, very useful. You can tell your driver, oh, I don't feel well. Can you please pull over? To pull over simply means to get off the main road and go to the side, of the road so that you're no longer in traffic. That's pulling over. And sometimes the police pull you over. They tell you to get off the road, to get on the side. That's what it means to pull over. Now, these three phrasal verbs we use a lot, and they are very, very familiar to most people. Turn on, turn off, turn up or down. So if you are in the car, maybe it's really hot. Maybe the weather is really hot. And you ask the driver, can you turn on the air conditioning? Turn on. Maybe the air is already on, but you can't feel it. So you ask, can you turn up the air? Can you turn up the air? And of course, the opposite, if it's too cold, if the air is up very high and you're cold, can you please turn down the air just a little bit? Or can you turn off the air? Then maybe it's a really nice day. Maybe the weather is nice outside and you want to enjoy it. Well, you can let down or roll down your windows. You can roll down the window, let down the window, and get some fresh air from outside. Get that moving through the car. Another useful phrasal verb is slow down. And this just means to decrease velocity, to go slower, to move slower. So maybe you're in the car with a really excited Uber driver and he's driving really, really fast and you're like, whoa, please slow down. Slow down. And the opposite of that is speed up or increase velocity. Go faster. That's what it means to speed up or slow down. Let's talk about one last phrasal verb, pull up. We talked about pull over which is to get off of the main road and go to the side. Pull up is a little bit different. Let's imagine you are in the car with the taxi driver and it starts to rain. You're driving to the museum, you're at the museum, and it's pouring down heavy, heavy rain. What can you ask the driver? Well, you can say, will you please pull up to the door? I don't have an umbrella. I don't want to get wet. Can you pull up to the door? So if you pull up, it just means to go like directly in front of something or go directly to a point and stop. It's raining. I don't have an umbrella. I don't want to get wet. Can you please pull up to the front door? Pull up to. All right, we've talked lots of phrasal verbs today. We talked about picking up, dropping off, these opposite phrasal verbs. Stop by. We talked about some issues that might happen. For example, running out of gas or having a flat tire. All of this vocabulary will help you to express certain things when you're communicating with others and when you're traveling. If you enjoyed that video, please leave me a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe for more videos, and we'll talk more about traveling in this segment. I'll see you soon.